Welcome back to VP Media. In this video, we're gonna talk about the brief history of the Philippines 400cc expressway rule and the short list of expressway legal motorcycles. Check out the timestamps in the description if you want to skip the intro and or the history of the 400cc expressway rule and head on to the list. The 400cc motorcycle rule in the Philippines, which restricts motorcycles with engine displacements of below 400cc from using expressways, has a complex history rooted in safety concerns and legal changes. A history of restrictions and challenges. The initial ban on all motorcycles entering expressways was established by the Department of Public Works and Communications through Administrative Order No. 1. This order was later overturned by Department Order No. 123, 2001, issued by the Department of Public Works and Highways, allowing motorcycles with at least 400cc engine displacement to use expressways. However, the Supreme Court declared this order unconstitutional, reinstating the ban on all motorcycles. In 2007, the Department of Transportation and Communications issued Department Order No. 2007-38, again allowing motorcycles with at least 400cc to use expressways. This order remains in effect today, despite several attempts to challenge it in court. Justifications and arguments. The 400cc rule is justified as a valid exercise of police power aimed at ensuring public welfare. The Supreme Court has upheld this view, stating that arguments based on what is best are for the legislature to decide, and judicial intervention is only warranted if the regulation is patently whimsical. While some argue that motorcycles under 400cc can easily keep up with traffic flow on expressways, the court emphasizes the need for reasonable regulations, even without conclusive research. The burden of proof lies on demonstrating a whimsical abuse of discretion by the rule-making body, not on justifying the regulation itself. In simpler terms, imagine a rule saying you can't ride a bike on a busy highway. Some people might say, my bike is fast enough, it's safe. But the government might say, we're trying to keep everyone safe and bikes are more dangerous on highways. Even if there isn't a perfect research to prove that bikes are always dangerous, the court would likely side with the government if the rule seems reasonable. The takeaway here is, the court is saying that the government has the power to make rules. Even if they aren't perfect, it's up to the people challenging the rule to show the government acted unreasonably, not the other way around. The current situation and future considerations. Despite the rule's longevity, there are ongoing discussions about its potential re-examination. The increasing popularity of motorcycles, especially in the 250cc, 300cc and above segments, has led to calls for reconsidering the 400cc limit. Advocates argue that advancements in motorcycle design and safety features have improved the capabilities of smaller motorcycles, rendering the 400cc threshold outdated or antiquated. However, any change to the rule would require legislative action or a change in the government's interpretation of the current regulations. While the 400cc rule remains in effect, the debate about its validity and potential revision continues. In summation or conclusion, the story of the 400cc motorcycle rule in the Philippines is a complex interplay of safety concerns, legal interpretation, and evolving societal needs. While the rule remains in place, the ongoing discussions highlight the need for a balanced approach that prioritizes safety while acknowledging the changing landscape of motorcycle technology and usage. And with the history of the 400cc ruling explained, let's proceed with a list of the cheapest 400cc bikes or the cheapest expressway legal bikes that you could get in order to fulfill your expressway dreams. First on the list, the Cafe 400 from Motorstar, priced at 140,000 Philippine pesos. This motorcycle is a retro-styled cafe racer motorcycle popular here in the Philippines, known for its classic design and its affordability. It features a 397.2cc single-cylinder air-cooled engine that produces a whopping 26.8 horsepower and 30 Newton meters of torque, making it suitable for both city commuting and highway cruising. With a 6-speed manual transmission, the bike offers a comfortable riding experience, complemented by a seat height of 790mm and a fuel tank capacity of 40 liters. The design of the Cafe 400 includes a round headlight, a dual-pod analog instrument cluster, and a vintage-inspired fuel tank, all contributing to its classic aesthetic. While it has a comfortable riding position and a compact wheelbase for easy maneuverability, it is equipped with a single disc brake in the front and a drum brake at the rear, which may lack the modern safety features like ABS found in newer models. Overall, the Motorstar Cafe 400 is an attractive option for those seeking a stylish motorcycle with a classic look at a reasonable price. However, potential buyers should consider its Chinese origin, which may raise concerns regarding reliability and parts availability, as well as the absence of advanced safety features. And here are some notes from the videos that I've watched. People that owned and reviewed this motorcycle, they said the following. It has a basic ride, no electronic features, which is, for me, it's good. No ABS, single disc brake up front and drum rear. It also has easy and cheap customization, which means it is easy to find parts for it and also cheap parts for it. But the thing is, cheap price is also equal to cheap parts. So you have to take care of it. You know, you have to give it a little more extra maintenance, all right? Also, cheap maintenance is one of the plus sides of this motorcycle. The oil filter for this motorcycle is a Barako oil filter. They said it's 1-to-1. It fits exactly. Also, again, this has a carb. For me, it is a plus for the cheap aspect of it. Okay, so that's all for the notes. Now, would I get this motorcycle? Given the chance, I would get this as a second motorcycle. I would get this as a cruising motorcycle. You know what I'm saying? I could go around with my my non-400 friends, and this has enough power to just let me cruise and have fun, right? The parts are cheap, and I want to turn this into a bobber, I think. Yeah. And it is 140,000 Philippine pesos if you pay in cash. And if you, I believe they have this 0% whatever in Motorstar, but they actually do charge you some interest, but not that much. You could get this for as though was what? 70,000 Philippine pesos down to 29,000. It depends on you and your deal with the dealership. But yeah, our editor Julius, I believe he's also eyeing this one, so he could put his opinions here. So yeah, on to the next one. Up next, we have the Beneli Imperiale 400, priced at 208,888 Philippine pesos. This motorcycle is a classic style motorcycle that has gained popularity here in the Philippines for its vintage look and modern performance. It's powered by a 374cc single-cylinder air-cooled engine that produces 21 horsepower and 29 Newton meters of torque, making it comfortable and a smooth ride. The Imperiale 400 boasts a classic design with a round headlight, chrome accents, and a comfortable riding position. It comes in 3 vibrant colors: silver, crimson, and black. The Imperiale 400 is equipped with a range of features, including a digital instrument console with an analog speedometer, tachometer, and trip meter. It also features a telescopic front fork and dual shock absorbers for the rear for a comfortable ride. Disc brakes on both the front and the rear wheels for reliable stopping power, and a 12-liter fuel tank for a decent range. The bike has a seat height of 780mm and a curb weight of 190 kilograms. The Beneli Imperiale 400 is a great choice for riders who want a blend of retro charm and modern features. It's a versatile bike that can handle various road conditions, making it a good choice for both city and highway riding. The Imperiale 400 is competitively priced in the Philippine market, making it an attractive option for riders looking for a balance between style, performance, and affordability. And here we have some video notes from the reviews or the summary of the videos that I've watched. So 35 kilometers per liter is the fuel economy of this motorcycle. Also, the top speed is 120 kilometers per hour. Now, I would like to also add that I've watched a lot of review videos of people who got this motorcycle from other countries and here in our country also, that they're not really fond of its reliability. They believe that it's not worth the price. Now, if I may add, I never knew that we would have another 400cc motorcycle that is weaker than the Cafe 400. The Cafe 400 is 26 horsepower on paper, people. This is 21, and this is a lot heavier. This is 190 kilograms in comparison to the Dominar 400 UG, which is 192 kilograms, 40 horsepower or so on paper. This literally pales in comparison. And if we're gonna compare this to the Cafe 400, Cafe 400 wins. The price alone, the Cafe 400 wins. And mind you, this is not the introductory price of this motorcycle. This is a watered down price. Maybe this is an old stock. When it first came here, it's around 230k or so. So this is the new price. The link will be in the description to prove it. Now, I don't like this one. Beneli, I dream of your 502C, and I like the TRK 502. Now, the Leoncino is also great, but I don't know about this one. A lot of the videos that I've watched, again, this one is underwhelming, and also the price. The main factor for me is 21 horsepower isn't enough in the highway. For the highways, you're gonna have a hard time staying, or you're not gonna overtake. That's number one. Also, it would be hard for you to stay in the highway for an extended period of time. So if you're gonna travel for more than four exits, I don't think this is the one for you. But you know what? That's just me. And if you still want this one, due diligence, please do your research before pulling the trigger. And if our editor has something to say about this motorcycle, he could add so in the form of text in this area right now. And on to the next one. Up next, we have the Falcon X400, priced at 208,000 Philippine pesos. The Falcon X400 is a motorcycle with a parallel twin-cylinder, dual overhead cam, liquid-cooled 8-valve engine. It has a displacement of 400 cc's and a maximum horsepower of 38.2 at 9,000 RPM and a maximum torque of 35 Newton meters of torque at 6,500 RPM. The fuel system is EFI, or electronic fuel injection. The clutch is manual, and the transmission is 6 gears, international standard. The chassis features an inverted shock absorber front suspension, a multi-link cradle rear suspension, 110 by 70 17 front tires, 150 by 60 17 rear tires, double disc ABS front brakes, and disc ABS also. The fuel tank capacity is 15 liters. Now, some notes from the videos that I've watched. So this has a dual disc brake up front, but only the left side has ABS. The boot up start animation takes too much time. No traction control, no riding modes. It also doesn't have a slipper clutch. And I believe from their description, it has quite the vibration. So my interpretation is, out of 10, maybe this has like a 7 out of 10 vibration level on the handlebars. And that's my interpretation of what they said. The fuel economy of this one is 23 kilometers per liter, as tested in a video that I'm gonna link on the description. And I believe the people who reviewed this motorcycle, they said that FKM kind of cheaped out on switches, calipers, and the tires. Now, what do I think about this one? I think this is a good motorcycle nonetheless. This is a very good contender against the Cafe 400 and the Dominar 400. In my opinion, Cafe 400 and the Dominar 400 are the good budget options when it comes to expressway riding. But the FKM Falcon, dual channel ABS, it looks great. I might add, okay, if I may add, it looks amazing. I like the design. The price point is just maybe, a second thing that I'm gonna look at whenever I see this motorcycle. It's just great. Ang ganda niyang tignan. And FKM is renowned by the mechanics that I talked with. So yeah, this one's great. If the editor has something to say, he could leave so in this area right now. And on to the next one. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the video. We have a lot of plans for this channel. We want to get to the point where we could give away motorcycles. In order to do that, we need you to help us get monetized. So please subscribe and share this channel to your friends that also loves motorcycles. And with that, let's get on with the list. Up next, we have the Kawasaki Bajaj Dominar 400 UG2 priced at 208,900 Philippine pesos. The Kawasaki Bajaj Dominar 400 UG2 is a motorcycle with a powerful engine that delivers 40 horsepower at 8,800 RPM and 35 Nm of torque at 6,500 RPM. It features a 6-speed gearbox, a 13-liter fuel tank, and a liquid-cooled system. The motorcycle is priced at, again, 208,900 Philippine pesos. This motorcycle comes with several upgrades from UG1 and the first gen, including a top box bracket with a backrest for added comfort for the pillion rider. The leg guard has been redesigned for better safety, and the belly plate is now made of metal, making it sturdier for rougher terrains. The windshield has been made taller for extra protection, especially during high-speed rides, and handguards have been added for further protection. The Dominar 400 UG2 also features a new mobile phone bracket that allows riders to keep their devices while keeping their attention on the road. A new USB charging port is also included, which is perfect for adventure rides. Overall, the Kawasaki Bajaj 400 UG2 is a well-equipped motorcycle that offers a combination of power, comfort, and safety features. I don't need to watch videos of people reviewing this motorcycle because I have one, but I have the UG1. Here's the thing, the UG2 upgrades are great. I have to buy my own USB charger, and I haven't yet changed the windscreen, but the windscreen is a welcome upgrade. We need that. Kasi pag umahataw na talaga ako sa highway, hindi mahataw, but matakbo na ako ng 100, mararamdaman mo talaga yung sampal. Ang laki kong tao, I'm 270 pounds, people. Ramdam na ramdam ko talaga siya, and mabigat yung motor. The motorcycle itself is 192 kilograms. Mind you, plus me. Ramdam na ramdam ko yung hangin. One time, January 1st, nag-highway ako pa Tagaytay. Wala halos sasakyan sa highway, sa SLEX. Dude, I can feel it. Parang okay, so I'm riding 110 kilometers an hour. Pag ginalaw ko yung ulo ko, onti lang to the left, tatangayin na yung buong helmet ko. I am telling you, you need a windshield kapag nag-Dominar ka. You need a goddamn windshield. Now, the engine is a KTM-derived 390 engine, but it's not this generation's, kasi may bago yung 399cc na. So yung mga nauna, I think the last one before the 399, I think V2, V3 version ng 390, that's the engine of this one. Mura ang maintenance eh. I'll be honest, maintenance is quite cheap, parang wala pang 1,000 kasi yung oil, 1.3, 1.4 liters. So, bumibili ako ng 2 litro na magagamit ko pa yung kalahati ito sa susunod na change oil. The filter is cheap, parang 120 lang. Labor, minsan nga, wala na. But then again, labor, magkano lang? 200. I know, 100. I'm telling you, this is a very good buy. Yung performance niya sa highway is perfect. For me, it's perfect kasi yung kilometers per liter, like the fuel economy is great. Kahit wala na sa highway, nakaka 28 to 30 kilometers per liter ka pa rin. On a 400cc, tipid na yun. But wala naman perfecto motor, as they say. Medyo masakit siya sa katawan i-drive kasi nga medyo mabigat talaga. Honestly, medyo may kabigatan siya. I'm a big guy and I'm used to lift heavy weight. Nag-gym naman ako. But the thing is, mabigat talaga siya. Tinry ko talaga siya ipamasok for more like a year or so. Like araw-araw ito gamit ko. Na nakasanayan ko, pinang-long ride ko na rin siya on, I think, the videos in this channel. Makikita nyo, naglalago na loop kami, taal loop, plus nagkalatagan kami everywhere. I love this motorcycle, the platform itself. So what, if you mapapaisip ka bakit Kawasaki Bajaj? So Kawasaki, they have a partnership with Bajaj, and Bajaj has a partnership with KTM. So Bajaj is the one producing the KTM engines or KTM motorcycles in India. So sila yata yung gumagawa ng mga 200 and 390 engines ng KTM, and then they also used the 200 engine from the Duke 200 papunta ng NS200. So I used to have the NS200 also. Okay, but mahaba na. This one is a great motorcycle. I'll give an in-depth review in the future. But I highly suggest get the UG2 kung gusto mo ng, I mean, hindi siya sobrang solid, pero sulit siya. Sulit yung UG2. Alright, if the editor has some points, he could leave so here. And on to the next one. Up next, we have the QJ Motors SRK and SRV 400. We included these two because they are most of the time on promo price or on sale, and I'm gonna put the links on the description. So let's proceed to the QJ Motor SRV 400. The SRV 400 is a cruiser motorcycle designed for comfortable riding. It features a 400cc liquid-cooled DOHC 2-cylinder V-twin engine delivering 37 horsepower or 28 kilowatts of power at 8,500 RPM and 35 Newton-meters of torque at 5,000 RPM. The 700mm seat height promotes accessibility, while features like dual-channel ABS, inverted front fork suspension, and a telescopic coil spring rear suspension contribute to a smooth and controlled ride. Convenience features include a full digital panel, LED lights, and a USB port. Now, some added information from the videos that I've watched. QJ Motors has a level of partnership or a tie-up with Harley-Davidson on their smaller bikes. 400 is smaller or small for the American market, so you have to mind that. It's a V-twin. The infotainment or speedometer is lackluster, medyo bitin. Metal tank and rear fender, bakal parehas. Plastic front fender, and which is okay lang kasi madalas yun yung tumatama. Paint quality is great for its price. It is forward control, so medyo nasa harap yung paa natin. No chrome, which is ideal for some. For me, it's a plus. It has mags, not spoke, and it comes in CST tires by default. The SRV 400 promo price is 249k, while the actual price varies but ultimately at 288,000 Philippine pesos. The link for the promo that I saw will be on the description. Now, what do I think about the SRV 400? I think it is great. Guwapo talaga, mukha talagang Harley. Now, like you guys, I really like Harley Davidson. Pero yung engine nila, I don't like because it's underperforming. Now, this is a 37 horsepower. It's almost identical to the one that I am used to. And yung presyo, again, if I have the money, this is all right. I could get this one. Pero would I choose this over the Cafe 400? Maybe. If I'm only gonna have one motorcycle, I'll stick with the QJ. Pero kung dalawa, I'll get the Cafe. Alright? On to the next one, we have the QJ Motor SRK 400. Is a naked sports bike offering a more performance-focused riding experience. It uses a 400cc liquid-cooled parallel twin engine shared with the SRK 400RR but with a different chassis tuning for street use. This engine delivers 40.9 horsepower at 9,000 RPM and 27.2 pound-feet of torque at 7,500 RPM. A trellis frame, inverted fork front suspension, and a preload adjustable rear monoshock contribute to sportier handling. Braking is handled by a dual 260mm pedal discs at the front and 240mm pedal disc at the rear. All with dual channel ABS, and color options include black, silver, and red. SRK pricing is at 219,000 Philippine pesos, while the actual price is 278k. Now, I'm gonna again put on the description the promo price that I've seen and the actual link of where I got the actual price. Now, some video notes for the SRK 400 from the ones that I've watched. It has Maxxis tires, it has dual channel ABS, upside down front fork, it's inline too. It sounds great, by the way. It is 186 kilograms, maybe 8 kilograms lighter than the Dominar. 13.5 liter fuel tank, TFT display, unlike the SRV. Projector lamps, it is also an underbelly pipe like the NS200. What do I think about this bike? This is a great bike. I have to be honest. The styling cues is aggressive, man. It's aggressive. It looks cool. It sounds cool. The price is good. Would I get this one? I don't think so because it's too edgy for me. It looks cool. It's not just for me. Hindi kasi ako mahilig sa yung sobrang talas na mga design. Pero I really like the design and the performance. Over the two, SRV and or SRK, I would still choose the SRV. Maybe if I was younger, if I was probably 10 years younger, yeah, SRK ako kasi hataw-hataw, blah blah blah. But that's not the case now. If the editor has some points, he could put so right here, right now. And on to the next ones. The last ones on the list are the Bristol 400i's, the BR, and the Classic, both priced at 238,000 Philippine pesos. The Bristol BR 400i ABS is a cafe racer motorcycle with a 400cc single-cylinder oil-cooled engine, and it boasts a 5-speed manual transmission and delivers a maximum power output of 28 horsepower. The BR400i ABS comes equipped with dual-disc front brakes and single-disc rear brake, all complemented by an anti-lock braking system for added safety. This motorcycle features an inverted front fork suspension and a swing arm with 2 rear shocks at the rear. The BR400i ABS is a stylish and affordable cafe racer option. Its design is reminiscent of classic cafe racers with a low, slung profile and sleek aerodynamic fairing. It is a good choice for riders looking for a fun and engaging ride, particularly in urban environments. However, it lacks some modern features like traction control, keyless start, and or a digital instrument cluster. The Bristol Classic 400i ABS is more of a standard-looking motorcycle. This is a naked/standard motorcycle with a 400cc single-cylinder oil-cooled engine. It also comes with the same 5-speed manual transmission and produces a maximum power output of 28 horsepower. The Classic 400i ABS is equipped with dual front brakes, a single-disc rear brake. With an ABS system for enhanced safety, it shares the same dimensions as the 400i ABS, including length of 2080mm, a width of 810mm, and a height of 1080mm. It also utilizes an inverted front fork suspension and a swing arm with 2 shocks for the rear suspension. The Classic 400i ABS offers a more versatile riding experience than its cafe racer counterpart. Its upright riding position and minimum bodywork make it suitable for both city commuting and longer rides. The 400i ABS also features an analog instrument cluster, a pass switch, and a low fuel indicator, adding to its practicality. While it lacks some advanced features found in higher-end motorcycles, it provides a good balance of performance and affordability. Now here are some video notes or some video claims, and I'm gonna link it on the description. It claims that Bristol uses Taiwan engine parts. It also has some electrical problems. The wiring was kind of designed for cold countries and not tropical ones like ours. It also has a problem, brand new or not, so it has this neutral to first gear engine shut off, so namamatay daw. I'm not sure why, and they can't fix it. I don't know why. The rear brake also gets stuck. The ones with ABS, of course, it's an issue with the either new or old units of Bristol 400i's. Now, here's the thing. On the video that I posted on the description, he bought it as a demo bike. It was a former demo bike, so it's technically secondhand. The thing is, even the brand new ones has the same problem, he said, when he got it a few years ago. And it has a very cheap maintenance. He said 2 liters of oil every 1,000 to 1,500 kilometers. And again, much like the other ones in this list, much like the Cafe 400, honestly, it also uses the Barako, the Kawasaki Barako oil filter. It has the same size, 1:1. I don't know why. Now, I don't know if I like Bristol. I like the design and I like their prices, especially when the Classic 400 came out. Good pricing too. But my mechanic, he said, don't do Bristol. You could do better. Yeah, just get the Dominar instead of this one. It's just, he had the chance to, repair some of these Bristol, and from the inside, he said it's not that good. Now, if we have some Bristol owners there, you could, comment down below if you can testify to its reliability or not, because I would love to know. Bristol motorcycles, they're new to the market. I think they just passed the 5-year mark or 6 years, because I would love to have their 650 bobber, because by default it's already a bobber, because I want a bobber design. The thing is, reliability. Of course, if you're gonna buy a motorcycle, you want it to run when you want it to run, right? That makes sense? I don't know. So if the editor has some points, he can leave so here, and that's it. As we have discussed earlier in the intro of the video, there are notions to lower the 400cc minimum to 300 and even to 250 cc's. I myself vote for at least 300 cc's. In the market right now, I believe that there is only one 250cc motorcycle that can keep up in the expressways, and that's the Kawasaki 25R, and that's also hell of expensive. One could argue that, and maybe even one 400cc motorcycle that only makes 26 horsepower or less, maybe two motorcycles that makes 26 or less. So why am I voting for 300cc's? Generally, 300cc's are a little bit heavier, and believe me, when you're there in the highway, you really need the weight. I simply believe the 300cc's today can maintain highway speeds a lot easier than the 250s. You kind of need to ring out the 250cc to maintain 80 to 100 kilometers an hour for more than 2 exits. And that would cause strain on the longevity and durability of your engine. Well, yes, 250s can definitely do that, but we're also thinking about the long run here, not just for 5 minutes of, highway runs. There's a lot more to discuss about this, but I would definitely believe that anything 250cc's are gonna have a hard time on the highways unless they have their own lane, which is, I do hope if we ever get down to that route, they would have one. And that is it for now, and I'll see you on the next one. And that concludes today's video. Again, please like, share, subscribe for more content like this, and please help us out to get monetized. We would love to get to the point where we could give away motorcycles after we're done reviewing them. So please, let's get to 1,000 people. We're almost halfway there, but we really do need your help. Seriously, all right? So again, thank you very much. We'll see you on the next one.